Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. This is a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. NFL Week 9, Thursday Night Football. Is Lamar back? God, we hope so. We cannot take any more of Snoop Hundley or Cooper Rush. We pray and pray and pray, and it sounds like he's back, but supposed to be back last week too, but didn't make it. Anyway, if you're new to our show or been here before, all of our episodes on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. Make sure you check out the 7-day free trial advantage in the comment section, also a YouTube channel page. Discord channel available as well if you want to get all of our bets early and have the unit sizes and everything else. Or in days we don't have episodes, the Discord we didn't have a basketball episode yesterday, but a ton of basketball plays for the Discord. You can get that by signing up, same two spots in the comment section or YouTube channel page. All right, let's get back to this Ravens-Dolphins game, right? So the Dolphins, I'll be really honest, last week they finally show up. The game still comes under, surprisingly enough. They're 7.5-point dogs at home. I mean, are we really expecting them to hang in this one? Kyle Hamilton came back last week for the Ravens. The defense looked a lot better last week for the Ravens. They actually get a win. I was shocked by how well they played defense against the Bears. So that's a good thing, I think, for the Ravens. Not only that, Lamar coming back. Obviously, Lamar is the straw that stirs the drink when it comes to the Ravens offense, especially throwing the ball. They can run the ball still with Snoop Hundley back there. They didn't run the ball very well with Cooper. The other guy that was back there. Sorry, a tongue twister at the moment on that one there. But so what do we expect in this game? Well, we expect the Ravens offense to be, let's say 90% of what it was before, 85% maybe of what it was before. We expect the Dolphins to try to throw the ball here quite a bit as they still struggle to run the ball. I think the Ravens defense plays well enough. I don't expect them to play great here, but I expect them, but we expect a big scoring game in this one. 34-21 is kind of what we thought for a final here. As the game we do think goes over, this lines went from 50.5 to 51.5. 7.5 has pretty much been the number the whole week. I mean, if you want to play a little on the safe side here, maybe take the Ravens minus 6.5 or at 7 if you want to keep the push and play. I think this is a game they win by 10 plus. This is normally a game where they go out and dominate as they have in years past. They tend to beat up the teams that are less equipped than them. They normally struggle with the teams that are just as good or just giving up late leads. But normally to lose a game, it's somebody that's, at least in their ballpark. And definitely the Dolphins are not that. So let's give you all the plays here. We got quite a few. Ravens minus a half first quarter, minus a 3.5 first half, 7.5 for the game. We also like the over 24.5 first half, 50.5 for the game. We're going to stay away from the first quarter on the total. Tua over 31.5 pass attempts. Jalen Waddle over 64.5 yards rushing and receiving. Lamar over 14.5 yards longest rush. Lamar over 277.5 passing and rushing yards combined. Zay Flowers over 13.5 yards receiving first quarter. Jalen Waddle over 4.5 receptions. DeAndre Hopkins over 1.5 receptions. Malik Washington under 28.5 receiving yards. Lamar under 6.5 rush attempts. Lamar under 28.5 pass attempts. I think they hit the big plays down the field. Rashad Bateman, anytime touchdown. Big plus money on this one. I really like this one here as well. Achane under 32.5 receiving yards, which is actually our favorite play in this Thursday night game. And Achane anytime touchdown. So a lot of plays just for one game, right? Just for one Thursday night game. Now, if this game was in the middle of a Sunday or something, I don't think we'd have quite as many, but there is some stuff that stands out here. I think Lamar's probably, he's not going to run the ball a bunch, but We do think he's going to throw it a bunch. I think that the Ravens should be able to go downfield like mad crazy, like they always do. Lamar takes more sacks probably than anybody else, but he also holds onto the ball longer than anybody else because he can escape. So if you want to play a couple Dolphins for a sack, wouldn't blame you whatsoever as well. As it does happen. I mean, Lamar is not a quick passing game. Lamar, they go down, they run the ball for the short field, and they go down the field for the passing game. So we expect Bateman to be heavily involved, Zay Flowers to be heavily involved. We'll see if Andrews gets a few as well, but Hopkins as well. And then on the other side, what do the Dolphins do? And that's throw the ball short, normally a bunch. Achane's the kind of running back to have 10 catches for 26 yards, but 32 and a half is a big number for him, so under yards there. I do expect Achane to get into the end zone, though, like 1 yard rush, something to that effect. Get in there, or maybe on a couple yard swing pass. Didn't play Tua for a pick because the Ravens haven't been turning many people over, but wouldn't be surprised if that happens as well. Let's give you those plays one more time. Ravens -0.5 first quarter, 3.5 first half, 7.5 for the game. Also over 24.5 first half, over 50.5 for the game. Tua over 31.5 pass attempts. Waddle over 64.5 rushing and receiving yards combined. Lamar over 14.5 yards longest rush. Lamar over 277 passing and rushing yards combined. Zay Flowers over 13.5 receiving yards in the first quarter. Waddle over 4.5 receptions. DeAndre Hopkins over 1.5 receptions. Malik Washington under 28.5 receiving yards. Lamar under 6.5 rush attempts. I think he gets 5 or 6. Lamar under 28.5 pass attempts. Rashad Bateman and Mr. Achane anytime touchdown. And then Achane under 32.5 yards receiving in the game. All right, that's a rundown of Thursday Night Football, Week 9, Ravens and Dolphins. If you like the content you're seeing here, do us a favor. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe and turn notifications on. You might as well get episodes when we drop them. That way you can make plays and get ahead of everybody else as well. So highly recommend doing that. Also, all of our shows brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. Not only does it help you get great bets and find out where the juice is coming in and show you trends and show it to you in a ton of different sports, it's also going to give you odd shot for you, the best, give you the best odds for the bet you're looking at with the books that you do business with. And you can store all those bets in one spot, and they're going to give you a 7-day free trial. Why aren't you trying it out for 7 days for free? You can find that in the comment section as well, on the YouTube channel page and private Discord channel as well. If you want to join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing that you do, that's called sports wagering, and you want to get all of our bets ahead of time, and you want to get ahead of the line moves and juice moves, we're here to help as well. All you got to do is ask a question. Typically, we'll get to it on that as well. But there's multiple cappers trying to put in plays. There's all kinds of bets. If you like being a degenerate, like myself, this is a channel you should absolutely love. Make sure you check out the Discord. 2 ways to get in: one weekly, one monthly. Save more money by doing the monthly. Highly recommend it. But the weekly option is there if you just want to try it out. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.